University Huskies and your University of South Dakota Coyotes. At this time, let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First to the guard spot for St. Cloud, number 15, Dan Ward. Next to the Coyotes, a 6-foot senior from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, number 12, John Brannigan. At the other guard spot for the Huskies, number 23, Chad Gurman. Next for the Coyotes, wearing number 30, a 6'2 junior from Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Mark Henry. At a forward spot for St. Cloud, wearing number 35, Scott Springer. At a forward for the Coyotes, wearing number 22, a 6'5 junior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Troy Taranes. At the other forward spot for the Huskies, number 45, Hope Charnowski. And for the Coyotes, wearing number 40, a 6'6 junior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Chris Jones. At center for St. Cloud, number 51, Chris Bodette. Next to the Coyotes, a 6'9 junior from Worcester, Nebraska, number 54, Mike Close. The head coach of St. Cloud is Butch Raymond. Head coach of the Coyotes is Dave Booth. Tonight's official, Mike.
Team, so it's going to be crucial.
Jones and Charnowski controls the tip. Comes down to Dan Ward in the backcourt. He's at the point, goes to the right side, working against Brannigan, penetrates, goes to the block, stops, kicks back to the free throw line where Charnowski is open. And he hits it, and the Huskies get on the board first, 2-0 in the first 15 seconds. Hog Charnowski from Plymouth, Minnesota. He came over to this country from Germany back in high school. His parents do live in Plymouth now. Chris Jones has it left baseline for the Yotes, brings it to the wing, pots the jumper, barely draws iron, rebound underneath and out of bounds. It'll go to St. Cloud. It looked like Scott Springer lost it for a moment. It's the last to touch it, but the official there gave it to St. Cloud. And the officials are Mike Nevin from Shakopee, Don Hockman from Woodbury, and Noel Lang from Mankato. Jumper left wing, Chad Gurman wide right. But the rebound deep right corner goes to Charnowski. Feeds inside to Bodette. He missed a bunny. And Andries comes down with the rebound. Into Brannigan's hands, John front court. Comes to the right. On the wing there to Andries on the perimeter. Looking on the inside for Jones. Nothing doing. Charnowski with good D. Now to Brannigan on the point. Back the other way on the left side to Taranes. Troy will bring it out near the hash and give to Andries. Back on the wing to Jones. This is the most we've seen him out on the perimeter in a long time, Gary. Underneath the cloak, lay in, off the left, it's good. Mike was wide open down on the block. Brannigan got him the ball and we're tied at 2. Driving the other way, Ward lost it. Went up with the ball, had nowhere to give it up, and the Coyotes come down with the steal, Chris Jones. Bad play by Ward. He left his feet and nowhere to go. He was off balance. Nobody was open and just coughed the ball up. We played just over 90 seconds, deadlocked at 2 here in the Dome. USC hosting St. Cloud. John Brannigan looks to drive. And we got a whistle out at the free throw line. Brannigan penetrating was caught on the side. It'll be on Dan Ward his first. Ward not much of an offensive threat, Gary, but he averages 8 assists per game. I don't see many players on this level averaging that many assists.
Well, he obviously doesn't shoot it then. Nothing wrong with the point guard that can dish it off.
Taranes to Andries at the free throw line, right side. From about 12, little strong. Battle for the loose ball. Jones has it. He's tied up by Chris Bodette. And the Coyotes will get it on the alternate possession after St. Cloud won the opening tip. Mankato in here tomorrow night. The Mavericks over at the Alley Gym tonight playing Morningside. The inbound baseline left, Brannigan. Deep left corner to Andries. Mark will bring it out on the wing. Between the circles to Taranes, and he comes to the right to Brannigan. Out to Andries, right baseline. Back to JB, right of the circle. He looks to drive. A stop. Back on the right wing to Andries. High post Jones. Right baseline, a pass into Taranes. And we got an offensive foul on Mike Cloth, an illegal screen. Cloth gets the foul his first. We're even at 1 on the team fouls.
Well, that's too bad because Taranes had the layup. Cloth maybe cleaned somebody out, but it looked like pretty good play. It looks like Jones and Colt have kind of switched positions tonight. They got Colt at the low post, where he's more effective, and Jones, maybe they want him to put the ball on the floor a little bit outside.
Scott Springer has it right wing for the Huskies, drives into the paint, back to the right off the glass, wouldn't go, and he's hammered on the inside. They're going to give it to Taranez. Troy took a heck of a hit there, and he gets called for the foul. He got nailed in the mouth, too. Might have bit his tongue hard. We'll send Scott Springer to the line for a pair, where he's averaging 60% at the foul line.
While the coaching staff complaining that Springer lowered his head not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then led with the elbow.
Looked like he bowled him over. Springer, a right-handed shooter, got the nice soft touch to go, and it's 3-2 the Huskies. We've got the other North Central Conference women's final to share with you in a moment. As Scott Springer toes the line, looks like we're going to have a lane violation. Nope. The shot is good, so Cloth isn't called for it. He lost his balance down low on the right side and came into the lane a little early. 4-2 the Huskies. 17:30 to play first half. On the point, Brennigan looks to drive right side, goes to the baseline, is stopped, goes back near the right corner. Picked up the dribble, he's got to get rid of it. Calls timeout. He just beat that 5-second call, Gary, with the timeout. 17:23 to go, first half. St. Cloud on top, 4-2. UND, North Dakota State, and Morningside. Tomorrow night, Northern Colorado and Nebraska-Omaha go at it. Coyote ball, baseline right. Brennigan off the timeout will throw it in. Bounces it right in front of him to Cloth. Back to JB, right corner. Brings it up the right sideline to Andries. Cross court on the left to Taranez. Troy's got it back on the right wing to Andries. Bluffs the 3 to Troy on the point. Troy open left to the circle. Leans in, lost a handle on it. Got it back inside the free throw line. Puts up a shot, partially blocked. Ball tipped back out to Troy. Missed the shot from underneath. Just off the lip of the rim, and Dan Ward with the rebound for the Huskies. Ward, a sophomore from Mankato, gives to Beaudet. He gives to Springer. I should say Sharnowski left baseline, puts up a shot, didn't go, and Close with the big rebound. Mike outlets to Andries, gets it to Brennigan. John pushes the tempo a little bit, comes to the right side, back on the point to Andries. Picks up a screen from Close. He drives all the way to the basket underneath on the left. Didn't go. Offensive foul, Mark Andries. Taking the charge underneath was Chris Beaudet. For Andries, his first personal, and for the Coyotes, their third team foul. Check that.
So it's kind of like the same play down the other end, but not called, and Shanowski drove. Taranez stood in there and took a beating, but kind of wonders sometimes.
Ward across midcourt, comes to the left. On the wing to Gurman. Gurman from about 18 feet out, left side, missed it. And Chris Jones with the rebound in the paint. Gurman, an excellent shooter. This guy coming in had hit 32 of 73 from three-point range. That's better than 40%. But he's 0 for 2 early on here tonight. He's trying to fill the shoes of Dean Kessler, an all-NCC performer. In the high post, Close is mugged and has the ball stripped from behind. Here come the Huskies with the turnover. Ward, underneath on the right to Sharnowski, puts up the shot, missed it badly. The rebound saved by Taranez. No, he was on the baseline underneath the basket. As he went out of bounds, throwing the ball behind him, he had his foot on the end line.
Well, St. Cloud being very physical on the defensive end. That ball goes inside. There's 4 or 5 people around it.
Ward inbounds to Gurman, left wing. Low post, left block, goes to Beaudet. On the baseline, he got the nice soft jumper to go. 6-2, the Huskies. 15:50 to go, first half. USD trailing by 4. Mark Andries, right side of the circle in the low post. Jones goes baseline and is fouled by Haug Sharnowski, his second team on the Huskies. Sharnowski with a nice bit of D there. We've seen Jones get by guys on the baseline quite a bit this season, Gary, but there Sharnowski got to the baseline. Didn't let him get by, but he still ended up fouling him.
Well, he's been hanging on Jones. I think Jones thinks the hand got on his uniform when he put it on, because he's been hanging on him pretty good.
Here comes the inbounds to Jonesy, right side, drives all the way underneath, driving left-handed layup is good, and it's 6-4. At that dead ball, both Randy Rosenquist and Shane Murphy in for the Coyotes. Taranez goes out and Cloth goes out. At midcourt, the ball kicked into the backcourt by Brennigan, hounding Dan Ward defensively.
So he just gave Shanowski credit. He just got beat.
Brennigan just stole the ball from Ward on the right wing, and as he came up the floor, the left sideline, Ward reached back and got him. And for Ward, his second personal, if he should have to go out, he'd be replaced by Dino DeVita at the point. The newcomer, Greg Kesty, is into the ball game. 6'7" senior from Eden Prairie replaces Beaudet in the middle. Dino DeVita in at point guard for Dan Ward.
That was a great deep by Brennigan. He just didn't let him do anything. In fact, I thought it was over and back with the loose ball, and then he drew the foul.
Brennigan to Andrews, right side, guarded by Gurman. Between the circles to Murphy. Back on the right to Rosie. Rosie low post, right block to Jones. Back to the basket, into the paint. Swings and got it. Nice turnaround jumper in the paint for Jones, and we're tied at 6 at the 15-minute mark. DeVita and Brennigan hounding each other. Right hash mark. John all over him defensively. DeVita looks to drive right side. Stops at the free throw line. Gives right corner. Springer with it in the paint. Shot blocked by Rosenquist, and it's out of bounds to St. Cloud. Rosie with a nice block in the paint at about the dotted line, right side of the lane. Rosie not known for his D, really, Gary, but he had a nice effort there.
Well, Springer better put a helmet on, because that's twice now he's put his head down, just driven into the lane.
DeVita inbounds. Underneath on the left to Sharnowski. Missed it. Jones high for the board. Sharnowski had about a wide-open six-footer down low on the left. Just a little short, and Jonesy went high for the rebound. Murphy's got a free throw line. Cuts down the left side of the paint. We've got a foul on Sharnowski blocking about halfway down the left side of the lane. That one could have gone either way. It looked like Murphy got away with a little push from my vantage point here, but Sharnowski gets the personal, his second, and LaTroy Spann immediately up off the bench for Butch Raymond and the Huskies, a 6'7" senior from Chicago. Spann checks in, and Sharnowski sits down.
That's a big two-foul right there on Sharnowski to get him out of the game this early. He's an excellent player.
Comes at the 14:36 mark. Inbound, left side to Rosenquist. Drives, dishes back right side. Brennigan for three. In and out and in again for John Brennigan. It's a three-pointer, and the Coyotes have scored 7 straight to take a 9-6 lead for JB. His 12th, 3 of the year in 20 attempts. Right side, Dino DeVita, hounded by Brennigan. Brings it out to the free throw line. Leans in, dishes left side of the lane. Back to the basket, Kesty. Back on the right side, Springer. That ball is picked away by Rosenquist defensively on the right wing. Rosie comes up with a loose ball. Gives to Brennigan. John, right side to Andrews. Back between the circles to Rosie. Picks up a screen from Murphy. Drives the right side of the lane all the way to the basket. There's a fall out at the free throw line. And the Huskies need a timeout with 13:55 to go first half. USD leads it 9-6. Half here in the Dome. USD basketball. John Brennigan, baseline right to throw it in. Gonna have to hurry. Gets it to Chris Jones, deep right corner. He's got it out on the perimeter. Now to Rosenquist. He'll pop a three. Randy hits the three. Rosie makes it a 12-6 ball game. And for Rosenquist, his 12th three-pointer of the year as well, just like Brennigan. But his has come in 42 shots. Right side of the circle. A line drive shot will not go. And the rebound underneath Murphy is fouled. Greg Kesty from behind got him. For Kesty, his first. That shot a moment ago was by Joel McDonald of the famous Minnesota McDonald's. I think they've had like 4 boys who played in the North Central Conference.
They make pretty good hamburgers, too. Or is that not the famous?
Not the same family.
I think he's the all-time leading scorer ever, right, in the state of Minnesota.
Out of Chisholm, played for the Blue Streaks in high school. His dad, Bob, the coach in northern Minnesota up on the Iron Range. Jones, turnaround jumper, free throw line high, missed it, long rebound. Murphy's got it, back to JB, top of the key. 3, it's good! Brennigan, that one had to be 22 feet, Gary. Head onto the basket, he just buried it. 15-6, USC by 9. The Coyotes have scored 13 straight points. We've got 13 minutes to go, first half. Deep left corner. McDonald's got it, guarded by Andrews. Pass at the free throw line for Spann. It's deflected. Kesty comes up with the loose ball at the dotted line, and he hits it. Greg Kesty with the hoop. 15-8, snapping a 13-point USC run.
Well, that was a loose ball right there. Almost another steal, so that's too bad.
Andrews has it way out right perimeter. To Rosenquist, top of the key. Picks up a screen from Murphy. Comes to the right. Back to Murph on the point. Bounce pass, low post to Jones, and a foul from behind. Reaching around, defending LaTroy Spann. His first. And pretty soon we'll be in the bonus. We are in the bonus. It's a 1-and-1 for Jones. That's the 7th team foul on the Huskies.
Well, when Murphy comes in, Jones goes down low then, and because Murphy can shoot the outside shot, that's what they're looking for. And Jones is working hard inside. 1-on-1 situation with Spann guarding him. He couldn't hang.
Chris Jones on the year, 67% at the line, 35 of 52. He's got a 1-and-1 opportunity here. Shot is up for Chris. Hits it. USD, if you remember, Saturday afternoon hit their first 24 foul shots, finished 26 for 28 on the day. They start out here 1 for 1. Jones' second shot, nothing but net. 17-8, the Coyotes. Jones with 6 points. Brennigan with 6. leading the way. 12:30 to go in the half. DeVita against Brennigan. DeVita's the free throw line. Reverse move, gets himself open in the paint. Dishes off on the right to Spann. Offensive foul. Bowling over Chris Jones. And LaTroy Spann with his second personal. So he's got 2. Charnowski with 2. Dan Ward with 2. And Butch Raymond's got to think,
Well, that one was pretty obvious, too. That's about 6 or 7 times now. St. Cloud just caught the ball 12 feet out on the wing and put their head down and went for it.
Yep. Put the head down, not looking at the basket at all, and just going through a body instead of around the body. There's Brennigan going around the body, coming down the right side of the lane, had the ball stripped, gets it back out on the right side to Taranez. Taranez on the point to Murphy for 3. Too strong. Long rebound, comes out on the wing, right side. Kesty with it. Kesty up the right side to Dino DeVita. DeVita on the left to Stuart Kramer. Low post, left block. Spann. Layup is good. Jones had him defensively, was not able to stop him. Spann with the lay-in makes it 17-10. 11:55 left first half. USD with a 7-point lead. Rosie right of the circle. Low post right block to Jones. Back to the basket. Spins into the paint. 2 guys on him. Missed the shot, but he was hacked on the arm by LaTroy Spann, who just got number 3. And Jones will be at the line for 2. Once he gets the ball in the low post area, it's almost a done deal. Either he's going to get a shot that he likes and a basket to fall, or he's going to get hacked and go to the line.
So he looks a little bit inspired tonight. I think he can play Westmar and all those other schools and Dolan, but he's getting the NCC. He's heard all about it now, and he's a chance to shine, and he's taking it to him.
Chris Jones at the line for a pair. First one is good, and the Coyotes 3 for 3. I should say Jones 3 for 3. He's got all of USD's foul opportunities here in the early going. Here's the second one for Chris Jones. Got them both. He's got 8 on the night. It's 19-10, the Coyotes. Dino DeVita brings it up, comes to the left. Brennigan picks him up just across the 10-second line. High post pass to Bodette, who's checked back in there. Right side it goes to McDonald. Looks to drive, off balance. Barely got the ball to a teammate, Kesty, on the right side. Back to Bodette in the paint. And he's going to be fouled by Shane Murphy. Murphy with a good job of defense there, I thought. Once Bodette got the ball in the low post, Murphy was at his mercy, and Murphy gets the foul. Bodette at the line for a pair.
But Bodette never left the lane that whole possession either. He's in there the whole time.
So you're thinking 3 seconds might have been in order?
12, Usually give him the benefit of the doubt, but he was in there. The first shot was blocked or altered. He was still in there, and then they kicked it into him, and he's still in there.
Chris Jones sits down here at the dead ball. Lauren DeCrife, the spark plug on Saturday afternoon, comes in to replace him. Chris Bodette at the line, 70% on the year, hits the first of 2, makes it 19-11. Coyotes on top by 8. Second shot by the right-handed shooting Bodette, the 6'9" senior from Rochester John Marshall High School, hits them both. It's 19-12, and the Huskies with full court pressure. Rosie over the top to DeCrife into the front court. Dishes left side Brennigan at the free throw line. Now he'll bring it back out. Fast break wasn't there, so the Coyotes bring it back and go into the half-court offense. Rosie between the circles to Taranez, right sideline to Brennigan. John on the point, bounce pass, left side, Rosie for 3. Barely drew iron. Long rebound, tipped out right of the circle to McDonald. Taranez tipped it out, hoping that one of the Coyotes was home. Nothing doing. DeVita penetrates, right side jumper from 10, short. Rosie with the rebound off the air ball. Rosenquist gives to Brennigan. Dave Boots in the backcourt says, slow it down.
St. Cloud in a little bit of zone now with the pressing and zoning, so the 3-point shots there, Rosie just took one too far last time.
DeCrife, low post, left baseline to Murphy, gets by his man, reverse layup, hangs on the rim and doesn't go. And the rebound, Greg Kesty for St. Cloud. Murphy got the baseline with the drop step there. The reverse layup, though, hung on the rim and didn't stick. Right wing, Joel McDonald, low post, right block, turnaround baseline, Chris Bodette, weak side rebound off the air ball. Kesty travels with it. Got the ball on the bounce, went up to shoot, didn't shoot, and came down with the ball in his possession yet.
Good fake, though. He got everybody out.
He didn't need to fake. He was open. He should have shot. 10:15 to go first half. 19-12 Coyotes. They were fueled by a 13-0 run. Murphy, 14 feet, head onto the basket. Shot too strong. Long rebound. Murphy got it. Lost it. And here come the ball out to midcourt where Rosie's got it as Murphy tipped it away. Feeding in low to Murphy's Rosenquist. Murph back out left baseline near the corner. Taranez. He rattles it home. Taranez with the hoop. Makes it 21-12. The Coyotes caught a break there and make St. Cloud pay for it. 21-12, 9:45 to play. High post Bodette. in the circle, looking underneath for the backdoor cut. Wasn't there. Gives to Kesty, right wing. We got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. It'll be on Shane Murphy, number 2. And for the Coyotes, that will be their 15th foul. So the Huskies will put it in play. Mike Cloth up off the bench quickly when that foul came on Murphy, number 2. Mike will replace him.
Well, Murphy that time had both arms on his back, and it was pretty obvious. I saw it all the way, and he was just hanging on him on Bodetta as he was trying to cut.
Fresh backcourt for the Huskies here. Dan Ward and Chad Gurman back in. Jumper right side. Kramer's an air ball. And on the left side of the lane, Close with the rebound. John Brennigan sprints to the front court and then lets everybody go flying by. And he puts the Coyotes into the half-court mode. Pass on the left to Rosenquist. High posted to Kreif. Looking on the inside for Close, nothing there. Lauren looks to drive, lost a handle on it. Here comes Dan Ward back the other way. Ward in the circle. Looks left. Finds Bodette open. Free throw line jumper, no good. And we got a foul underneath. Pushing was, I believe it was Kramer. Rosie went up for the rebound, and all of a sudden he goes flying out of the picture. That's because Kramer pushed him from behind. Randy Rosenquist definitely had the inside position.
Well, I think the Coyotes like to see Bodette shoot that shot all night. He was about an 18-footer, and that barely got there.
Rosenquist at the line here for a 1-and-1. Foul was on Stuart Kramer, a senior out of Maple Grove. His first personal. That's the 10th team foul, so it's a 2-shot opportunity for Rosenquist. And wouldn't you know it, he hits. And the Coyotes picking up where they started last Saturday. They hit their first 5 at the line.
Well, if you remember, we were in a little bit of slump earlier, late December, and was one of the points of emphasis was to shoot free throws better, and it's paying off.
Rosie hits them both, 23-12. Rosenquist with 5 off the bench. He's the only Coyote reserve to score so far. Surprisingly, USC usually gets a pretty good bump off the bench. Ward penetrates right baseline, puts up a shot. Wild battle for the rebound, and over the back is Chris Bodette again. Randy Rosenquist had the inside position. Dan Ward looked like a guy there, Gary, who doesn't shoot much. He came down the right baseline, and then he tried to finger roll it up there. He usually looks to pass and not shoot. He's only averaging 3 a game. He's a 5'10" sophomore point guard out of Mankato, and his lack of, shooting touch showed there.
And he's talking to Coach Raymond right now. I'm sure he's telling him he can't drive that far down. He got double-teamed and really didn't have anything to do. And like you said, a finger roll from about 8 feet, and when you're 5'10", that's not the shot.
John Brennigan gets a well-deserved rest here. He's been playing mucho minutes of late. John Hemingway's only spelling him for about 3 minutes at a time. The 6'1" redshirt freshman out of Rockton, Illinois, into the ballgame. Rosenquist at the line for a pair. Rosie's first is up and a little long, and the Coyotes streak snapped at 6 straight free throws to start this ballgame. Nonetheless, they've hit 32 out of their last 35 at the line. Rosie, the right-handed shooting junior from Sioux City Heelan, hits the second. Makes it 24-12, a double-up lead at 9 minutes to go, first half. Dan Ward working against Hemingway defensively. Right wing to Sharnowski, to Kreif on him. Back left side to McDonald. Shot partially blocked by Rosenquist. Rebound underneath. Bodette feeds to McDonald, who went baseline and scored it. Rosie, when he blocked that ball, Gary, he got in the blocks and started drifting down court, hoping for an outlet pass. McDonald followed up and got the lay-in as Bodette got the rebound and fed him. Hemingway open left side, picks up a screen from Close. On the point to Rosie, pops the 3, in and out. Long rebound at the free throw line to Gurman. Chad Gurman outlets right side to Joel McDonald in front of the Coyote bench. Drives inside, dishes on the baseline. Charnowski, head fake, got one man to leave his feet, missed the shot, and Bodette there for the tap-in. 24-16. A 4-point run here for the Huskies with 8:05 to play. Hemingway on the right to the Kreif. And we got a whistle underneath. The foul on Chad Gurman. No, it'll be on Taranez. Trying to clear out, posting up on the right block against Gurman. And Taranez gets the foul, his second, 16th foul on USC.
And Taranez posting up first. And the offensive guys should get the advantage there. He's working hard, and the defensive guys just swung around, and they caught Taranez hooking.
We've had more offensive fouls called in this first half than I think we've had the last 4 or 5 games combined. Here's Ward, right wing pass to McDonald. Got Taranez to go flying by, but Troy recovered defensively. Back between the circles to Ward. In the circle, left side, Gurman from the free throw line. Hits the jumper. Nice beautiful touch for Chad Gurman. You know he's going to get his points. Leads his team in scoring. That's his first bucket tonight. 24-18 with 7:35 to go in the half. Andrews with it on the right side. Mark. Cross court on the left near the hash mark to Hemingway. He looks to drive. Stops left side. Gives to Andrews left of the circle. Mark swings it to the right. Pushes a pass right side to Taranez. Back between the circles to Andrews. He reverses. Goes to the left to Hemingway. Picks up a screen from Close. Back on the right it goes to Andrews. Had a moment. He could have got it to Jones, but didn't. And then what does Andrews do? Puts it on the floor, goes into the paint, and calmly pops a 10-footer. 26-18. The Coyotes by 8. 7 minutes to play first half. He had Jones for just an instant in the low post. Didn't get it to him, but made up for it, scoring himself. Low post on the right. Chernowski against Jones. Into the paint at the dotted line. Over two guys. Got the shot to go. That was a tough one for the 6'7 junior Haug Chernowski, but he got it to drop. 26-20. A 6-point USD lead. Hemingway walks it across. To the right to Andrews. Mark on the right wing. Guarded by Gurman. Again, looks to drive. Nothing. Bounce pass in the circle to Close. To Taranez between the circles. Back on the left to Hemingway. He looks to drive left side. Nothing there. Tried to get it in the low post to Jones. It was swatted away. Hemingway came back up with it. Gives to Close. He in turn gives to Andrews near the left hash. To Taranez between the circles. They come to the right now to Hemingway. Shot clock at 15. To Andrews, deep right corner. Mark on the right wing. Shot clock is down to 8. Gives to Taranez. Free throw line high right side. Buries the jumper to Troy Taranez. And it's 28-20, the Yotes. 6 minutes to go in the half. Ward across the 10-second line. Back to Hemingway. Now faces up to him. Gives to Chernowski in the circle. Left side to McDonald. McDonald low post left block. Bodette got by Close. Goes baseline. Puts up the right-handed shot from the left baseline. It goes for Chris Bodette. He's got 8 points. It's a 6-point USD lead. 28-22. 5:40 remaining in the half.
That was a nice quick move by Bodette that time. Used a little head fake, got close to move, and made a tough shot.
Hemingway open for 3, right wing. John buries it. John Hemingway with his first three-pointer in his North Central Conference career. Back the other side on the right wing for 3. Chad Gurman, no good. Deep right corner, the rebound. Close comes up with a loose ball after Taranez had battled Joel McDonald for position on that side.
Well, I'd like to see Jones get the ball here with, they went back to his own. Oh, man-to-man, but I thought Chernowski was guarding Jones with 2 fouls. That'd be good to get his third.
Hemingway, low post on the right baseline to Jones. Plays it up and in. Hemingway found Jonesy, who was working the baseline from left to right. It's 33-22 with the Coyotes by 11. Under 5 minutes to go. Underneath on the left. A shot blocked by Close, but they're going to call it goaltending. Oh, what a nice block by Close. Chernowski on the low post left side got the shot up over Jones, and Close from the middle of the lane put up the big right paw and batted it away, but they called goaltending on the 6'9 junior. And Chernowski gets the hoop. 33-24 the score, and we've got some other scores to pass along.
Up at Grand Forks, North Dakota 26, South Dakota State 23 with 3 minutes left in the first half, and 14-all North Dakota State Augie, 14 minutes to go in the first half.
USD ball after the close goaltending gave Chernowski the hoop. Andrews on the right corner, it goes to Taranez. Back out to Brennigan, now left side to Andrews, picks up a screen from Close. Looks to drive, does Mark, feeds back to Close, give and go, and he's fouled on the left baseline. That was a beautifully executed give and go. Close setting the screen left side of the free throw line. And then when Andrews came by, he broke right to the baseline, and Andrews got on the ball, and Mike was fouled, and he toes the line here for 2.
Mike was going up to dunk that one, but the foul just knocked him off balance. That was really a nice play.
Travis Brown, a 6'6 junior out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio, into the ball game, and he got the foul, his first, and Close buries the free throw. 34-24, USD. Close second one. He hits them both. Gary, these guys have been working on those free throws. 4.5 minutes to play. Coyotes have missed 1 first half free throw. That's it. DeVita at the point, right side to Greg Kesty. Kesty way out on the perimeter, pops about an 18-footer. It was short, high off the glass, didn't go. Jones rebounds, saves it from going out of bounds, right to Taranez, and the ball tipped out of his hands, out of bounds by Travis Brown.
That's where Jones' hang time paid off. He caught the ball, he had a chance to survey the court a little bit and throw it to Taranez.
He was going out of bounds with his back to the court, caught the ball in midair, turned around, surveyed the court, as Gary said, and threw it right to Taranez, who had the ball knocked out of bounds from his hands by Travis Brown. Taranez between the circles to Brennigan, right side. Under 4 minutes to go first half. Brennigan cutting down the left side of the lane, stops. Back to Andrews on the point. He'll bring it out between the circles. Come to the right side on the dribble. Stops right side of the circle, air ball, and out of bounds. That would have been a nice alley-oop to Jones. Andrews had no business shooting that one. I don't think he wanted it to be a shot. His hand was forced and put it up, and it was a bad shot. Bad decision by Mark. Troy Tarana is out. And in is Randy Rosenquist replacing him.
But Jones is just going to have a bruised up back after this game. They're just hammering him inside. He can't even post up. They're shoving him so hard.
Chad Gurman, right wing for three. Short. And Mike Close with the weak side rebound underneath on the left. Stepped in front of the defender there, Travis Brown, to grab the loose ball. Brennigan comes to the right. John on the sideline there to Rosenquist. Alley-oop. Got it into Jones on the baseline. Cross-court underneath on the left. It's Close for the dunk. They're double-teaming Jones on the baseline, and he found a wide-open Mike Close for the slam, and it's 37-24.
A big slam, too. He brought the rim down a little bit on that one.
Dino DeVita on the left wing. Bounce pass in the low post to Brown, fronting him and knocking the ball out of bounds. Chris Jones. It'll be St. Cloud basketball. Baseline left.
Well, Jones is just lurking down there. He was waiting for that player to come across. Almost had to steal.
DeVita gets it in on the baseline left to Gurman. Shot didn't go. Close with a big rebound, and Mike swings the elbows to get loose of some traffic there and outlets to Brennigan, who'll walk it up slowly. Under 3 minutes to play, first half. USD on top, 37-24. Andrews hands to Rosie. He's got it right wing. Rosie, free throw line high to Jones. Got by the defender, goes to the dotted line. Off balance shot, pulling to his left. Still got it to go. From about 8 feet, Chris Jones with the hoop, 39-24. Jones with 12 first half points.
And a great expression on his face, kind of a ho-hum. What a shot.
There's Jones with a defensive move, knocking the ball loose. DeVita, though, in the circle, finds a wide-open Kesty left side on the lane, left of the lane, about 10 feet out, hits the jumper. 39-26. Greg Kesty with his second bucket. 2:10 remaining as Brennigan walks it up slowly towards the right. John on the sideline gives to Andrews. And we got a whistle and a foul underneath. Travis Brown with a hand on the back of Chris Jones.
Well, it's been going on all game, and now all of a sudden it's called, so you got to wonder, when is it going to be called?
Jones will be at the line here for a pair. And back in for St. Cloud, Chris Bodette and Joel McDonald. Gurman and Brown go out. At the line, Chris Jones, 4 for 4 on the night. On the year now, he's 39 out of 56, close to 70%. He's got 12 first-half points. Right-handed shooter, the junior from Milwaukee, a transfer from Drake, hits it 40-26. Chris Jones' second shot. Nice, beautiful rotation on it. Nice backspin, and makes it 41-26. 2 minutes to play in the opening half here in the Dome. DeVita going back door, and the ball a little long for Springer. It's off the rim, and Close with the rebound. Springer had his man beat, but the DeVita alley-oop was a little long. Andrews looking in the low post for Close, nothing there. Back between the circles to Brennigan, to Rosie, right of the circle. And he throws it away. Picked up by Springer in midcourt. Brennigan trying to fend it against him. Didn't get it. He fouled him, and Springer with the lay-in. That was not a great defensive move there by John Brennigan, who was behind Springer as he got the ball down on the right block, and he reached around and slapped at him as he laid it up and in. And for Springer, his first bucket, 4th point of the night, makes it 41-28.
Well, Brennigan trying to get the steal as he was dribbling up the court, and then, like you said, reached around from behind, and usually John doesn't make those plays.
Springer, a right-handed shooter, lays it up there, got a nice soft touch again, hit the front of the rim and kissed in off the glass. 41-29, and the Huskies pressing off the made free throw. But Brennigan, with not much problem, gets it across the 10-second line with 90 seconds to go. Right wing to Rosie, right of the circle. Brennigan, left side of the circle. He'll bring it out near midcourt. Joel McDonald not coming out to play defense at all. Brennigan on the right to Andrews. Shot clock down to 25. To Brennigan left. Rosie way out on the left wing. Bounce pass left side of the lane to Jones. Jones on the left baseline. Lost the ball. It's loose on the floor. Jones came up with it. Did he come up with it? He got it to Rosenquist, and it's out of bounds underneath the basket for the Coyotes with 12 seconds on the shot clock. I lost sight of the ball, Gary. I don't know who touched it last. Evidently St. Cloud did, but the Coyotes with not a great possession there.
I thought Jones was laying on it for a second there. He just kind of laying there, and all of a sudden there it squirted out.
1 minute to go in the half. The inbounds deep right corner to Andrews. The three! No, his foot was on the line. It's just a two. Deep in the right corner, Mark Andrews buries it. 43-29 the Coyotes. 50 seconds to go, first half. Dino DeVita on the point at the free throw line. Bounces in the paint to Kesty. Tied up from behind by Brennigan, and John gets the foul call. Nice doubling down by Brennigan from the weak side. Kesty didn't know what hit him or what tied him up in this case. Evidently, the official did think John Brennigan hit him. He gets his second personal, and at the line for the 1-and-1 will be Kesty. And now Travis Brown back in for Chris Bodette. Lauren DeCrife comes in for Mike Close. So the Coyotes going with a smaller lineup here. DeCrife, Jones, Rosenquist, Brennigan, and Andrews.
So they're going to work it for one shot with just under 45 seconds to go.
44.7 showing on the dome clock. At the line for the 1-and-1, Kesty rolled it around but got it to drop. 43-30 with that made free throw by the 6'7 senior from Eden Prairie. Started quite a bit last year. Bodette came off the bench. They just exchanged roles this season. Kesty, a right-handed shooter. It's both free throws. 43-31. It's a 12-point Coyote lead. Rosenquist will inbound to Jones in front of the USD bench in the backcourt yet. He'll bring it up court. Across the 10-second line. Down in front of the St. Cloud bench. Back now to left hash to Brennigan. Shot clock is off. The clock reads 35 seconds of play in the half. USD will go for one shot, leading by a dozen.
And I think St. Cloud will let them do it. They're backing off with their foul trouble and everything. They'll be happy to go in. 20 seconds on the clock as Brennigan's got it in the center jump circle. Look for Rosie hit a three here to get everything rolling again.
15 seconds to go. Coyotes still have not gone into the offense. 10 seconds now as Brennigan looks to drive. Top of the key, tied up, finds Rosie out right of the circle. Inside the three-point line now, right wing. He's going to have to hurry. 2 seconds, and Kreif on the point. Shot partially blocked at the horn. Andrews at the buzzer, off the back of the rim. And the first half is complete here in the Dome with the University of South Dakota on top by 12, 43-31 over St. Cloud State.
As a cable car conductor, you think cable cars capture the real...
The Huskies to get back in it, and what did Dave Boots tell the Coyotes to stay on top?
Well, I think Butch said don't foul, because that's really hurt them more than anything. Their best players have been sitting out, and Coach Boots saying keep playing a good D and get the ball inside.
St. Cloud ball. Dan Ward at the point. Penetrates against Brennigan. Stops. Gives back on the point to Springer. He launches a drive to the right, nothing there. Back to Gurman, right of the circle. The three-pointer's way off the mark, and it caroms deep into the right corner and out of bounds. Gurman, who came in shooting better than 40% from long range, 32 of 73, has not hit but one field goal tonight. That was about a 15-footer.
He's 0 for 3 from the three-point line right now, and that's big.
John Brennigan across the 10-second line. Gives to Andrews, right side. Mark, along with Chris Jones, Mike Close, and Troy Tarana is completing the quintet. The original starting lineups in there for both ball clubs. Brennigan, top of the key for three. John hits it from straight on. And it's 46-31. JB with 3 for 3 from long distance tonight. He's got 9 points. Low post left side on the baseline. Close blocks the shot of Bodette. Brennigan on the fast break. Dishes and throws it away. He had on his right Mark Andrews, but he led him too far, and the ball goes off the end of the floor into the bleachers.
Well, if you remember earlier in the year, Coach Boots wanted Brennigan to shoot more, and he's doing it now, 3 for 3, way out.
John with 14 three-pointers on the year, leading the Coyotes in that department. Right baseline, Charnowski dishes off underneath on the left to Chris Bodette, who got the lay-in. Bodette with the hoop makes it 46-33. Charnowski was double-teamed, and he gave it up to the open Bodette. He's now got double figures with 10 points. Brennigan, top of the key for 3 again. Rims out of there. Nice shot, just didn't stick for him. Scott Springer rebounds for the Huskies. To Ward, ahead to Bodette. Lay in. He missed the bunny. Charnowski got the ball underneath the basket, saves it, gives to Ward, penetrates. Throws up a little hook shot, and we've got a foul on Chris Bodette. The offensive end of the floor. Bodette with his first personal. And again, Dan Ward, I don't think the guy knows how to shoot a regular shot. He just flipped it up with his right hand there.
He went off the right leg and shot it right-handed. It's just ugly shot.
He's one of the top assist men in the conference with 8 a game, but he can't shoot for beans. Brennigan double team backcourt, gets it across the 10-second line to Cloth, who in turn gives up the ball to Andrews. Mark's got it right side of the floor. Between the circles to Taranez, swings it to the left to Brennigan. Brennigan looks to drive, nothing. Gives to Andrews between the circles. Mark on the right wing to Brennigan at the hash mark in front of the Coyote bench. He penetrates, goes to the free throw line, nothing there. Bounce pass, low post on the right block to Jones, and he's fouled from behind. Haug Charnowski gets number 3, and it comes at the 17:55 mark.
Well, Haug hadn't seen much action. He came in a little bit towards the end of the first half, kind of risky move there with 2 fouls, and now picks up the quick third.
Yotes ball, baseline right. Brennigan lobs it into Jones at the free throw line, cuts down the left side of the lane, down to the block area, and kisses it in off the glass. 48-33, the Coyotes by 15.
Charnowski almost picked up his 4th there, taking a dive, kind of a risky play.
Ward penetrates deep right corner, feeds a cutter in the paint. That's Bodette. Turnaround shot, didn't go, and Close with the rebound. Bodette left it short. Mike went hard to the basket and got the rebound. Left side, Taranez on the perimeter. On the high post to Close. Right wing, it goes to Brennigan. John between the circles to Andrews. Marco bring it to the left. Left-handed on the dribble. Goes to the baseline. Stops. In the land of the Giants. Throws it back out on the left wing to Close. On the point, Brennigan. Right side, Taranez. Drives. Finds Jones open underneath for the slam. Taranez penetrating, Gary. Drew a crowd. Found a wide-open Jones underneath on the left for the slam. And St. Cloud's Butch Raymond calls a timeout. His Huskies trail it 50-33. 16:58 to play.
Plus car care products and more. Casey's General.
USC on a 7-2 run here in the opening 3 minutes of the second half. Driving right baseline, Dan Ward left a shot short. And Chris Jones with the rebound.
I'd like to play Ward in a game of horse. I think I'd shut him out.
He does not have a shot. I mean, he puts up shots, but he's lucky to get him there. You're right. It'd be a mismatch, you and him, in a game of horse.
We're a tie even.
Low post left side. Jones not able to get the ball. It was a bounce pass from Brennigan. The ball tipped out to Gurman. Ahead it goes to Springer, right baseline. Puts up a shot, missed it wildly. Charnowski, shot blocked. He's traveling all the while. No foul, I should say no turnover called. A foul against the Coyotes. Mike Cloth, who got him on the arm. Cloth second. It'll send Haug Charnowski to the line for a pair.
Well, Cloth played pretty good D in the first drive. I think Springer was driving down the lane. He stopped that, then blocked the shot. It looked like it.
Charnowski looked like a kangaroo to me, just hopping around in there. Haug Charnowski at the line for the first time tonight, right-handed shooter. Got it, and the Huskies have yet to miss at the line. They are 8 for 8. Here comes Shane Murphy for the Coyotes, replacing Mike Cloth, who's played a great game. 6 points and at least that many rebounds. Chris Jones leading all scorers with 18 tonight. 14 first half points. Charnowski hits both free throws. It's 50-35. Coyotes by 15. 16:15 to play. Pressure by the Huskies, but Brennigan breaks the pressure. To Andrews, left side on the wing. Nothing there. Back out near the left hash to Brennigan. He'll bring it to the point. Pulls it out a little bit. Goes to the right side to Taranez near the right hash mark. Top of the key to Murphy. Left side to Andrews. Mark back to the right. It goes to Taranez. Open on the wing. Brennigan thought about a 3 but didn't take it. Between the circles, Taranez. Shot clock down to 25 as he gets it to Andrews, left wing. Mark Andrews between the baskets, left side of the floor. Gives to Murphy on the wing. Deep left corner, Taranez. Back to Andrews between the circles. Right side it goes to Murphy. Shot clock down to 12 now. Brennigan's got it left wing. Nothing there. Looks in the low post to Jones. The ball is stolen from behind by Kesty. Ahead to Ward. Ward drives. Dishes right wing. Gurman for 3. Didn't go. Charnowski battling for the rebound underneath on the left. His jump hook no good. And Murphy with the rebound, and he fouled from behind by Scott Springer, looking to strip the ball loose. Third team foul of the half on St. Cloud. And the Huskies there had 2 opportunities, a 3 by Gurman and a putback by Charnowski. Neither went. And then Murphy, third time was the charm. He came up with a loose ball.
St. Cloud playing a little 2-3 zone with this pressure also. The Coyotes not taking the open shot, using the clock more. That's his last possession.
Brennigan hounded by Ward as he brings it across. Andrews has it right side in front of the USC bench. Right of the circle to Murphy, alley-oop to Jones, and we got a foul underneath. It'll be on Greg Kesty. Jones looking to receive that alley-oop from way outside from Murphy. Jones was just draped Kesty was draped all over Jones.
I was going to say they went back to man that time. Coyotes looking a little confused there, but it worked to their advantage because the court was so spread out they couldn't help on Jones.
Chad Gurman out, Scott Springer out. Stuart Kramer comes in, Joel McDonald comes in for St. Cloud. Bounce pass, Brennigan, Murphy underneath on the baseline. Jones open for the hoop. Great passing by the Coyotes. Unselfish play. Jones with 20, the assist to Shane Murphy. Open left wing, McDonald, low post. Back to the basket, left side. Kesty puts the ball on the floor, takes it to the hole, missed it badly. Murphy tipped the ball out to Andrews, who runs the break. Andrews at the free throw line, underneath on the right to Murphy. Nothing there, so he feeds Taranez underneath on the left. Hammered as he goes up. Shot didn't go, but Troy will go to the line for a pair. And again, unselfish play on the other end. I don't know, Murphy probably wanted that layup, but he was out of room, too far underneath the basket, so he gave it up to Taranez, who is hacked and goes to the line. Mark Andrews sits down. Randy Rosenquist replaces him here at this dead ball, and we've got LaTroy Spann back into the ball game as well for St. Cloud with Bodette sitting down. At the line, Taranez got the free throw. Troy's first. 53-35. The Coyotes by 18. 14:31 to play. Taranez's second shot got them both. The Coyotes have still only missed one charity toss tonight. They are 13 for 14. Ward drive, stops, free throw line. Looking underneath, nothing there. Right wing to Kramer. Back between the circles to McDonald. Joel McDonald driving against Taranez. Kicks it back to Ward near the left hash mark. Ward drives to the right. Dishes off left side to Kramer, and Randy Rosenquist bit on the head fake and goes plowing into Stuart Kramer.
That was a big bite on that one. If he just would have stayed down, he wasn't going to shoot that. He was way outside. Rosie kind of back knees, I think, there, too, limping a little.
That's his first personal second team foul this half on USD. Kramer inbounds in front of the Husky bench. Ball inbounded successfully. Spann's got it in the circle to Ward. Goes underneath on the left side. Tried to dish it, and Rosenquist intercepts. Back the other way. Brennigan right of the circle for three. Buried another one. 4 trays on the night for Brennigan. 57-35, the Coyotes. Ward underneath the Kesty on the right block, and Jones went up and is guilty of the goaltend. He just pinned that one against the glass and then brought it down with his right hand.
He almost cupped it. He was up there.
Kesty has got 2 field goals tonight. No, I guess Charnowski got credit for one in the first half when Clote was guilty of a goaltend, and now Jones gives Kesty an easy one with a goaltending call. 57-37. The Coyotes by 20, and there's pressure by the Huskies, and the Coyotes turn it over. Taranez at midcourt looking for Jones, has it intercepted by Greg Kesty. Open left wing, Stuart Kramer buries a tray. Stuart Kramer from the cheap seats right in front of the St. Cloud bench buries it. It's 57-40 now. Rosie will bring it up against some pressure. Into the front court he comes. Not a very smooth job of ball handling there for Rosenquist, but he got the job done. Now into Brennigan's hands. To Taranez, now to Murphy between the circles. Back to JB, left side for 3. Yeah, it was down and wouldn't stick. That one was 3/4 of the way down, popped out. LaTroy Spann grabbed the rebound. Huskies, Joel McDonald, right corner with it. Guarded by Troy Taranez. Comes up the right sideline as McDonald. Between the circles to Dino DeVita. Subbing for Ward at the point. DeVita right side. Looking low post to Kesty in the paint against Murphy. Didn't go. And the ball loose. Rosie with the rebound. Kesty nearly caved in the chest of Murphy.
Oh, geez.
And we got a travel on John Brennigan. Dino DeVita got him with the body. Brennigan can't believe the call. He goes to the far side near the bench and kicks the official scorer's table. John Brennigan, who is about as mild-mannered in person as you'd ever want to meet. Very personable young man. Can't believe that call.
Unbelievable. He just got body checked. Well, not cleared off balance, and then they call traveling. Wow.
Dave Boots gets him out of there. John Hemingway replaces him at the point. Guarding against DeVita. At the free throw line, he leans in. No shot. Gives to McDonald. He feeds. Low post right side. LaTroy Spann goes to the basket, and it's fouled by Chris Jones. For Jones' first, it will send LaTroy Spann to the line for 2. a 6'7" senior out of Chicago, averaging 25% at the line so far, 1 out of 4 in conference play. Now Travis Brown, 6'6" junior from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, in for Greg Kesty at this dead ball.
Coyotes just a little ragged the last couple possessions. They need to settle down, get the ball inside like they were doing.
At the line, Span missed the free throw. That's the first miss of the night by the Huskies, after hitting 9 for 9 to start the game. Second shot by the right-handed shooting Span, hits it. 57-41 now. And again, St. Cloud State pressing full court. Now they drop back as Hemingway brings it up. John across the 10-second line, left side of the floor. In front of us here at midcourt. Now between the circles to Murphy, reverse to the right to Rosie. Feeds it in to Jones, drop step to the hoop, goes to the basket, it hangs on the rim, it doesn't go, and he's fouled. LaTroy Span with the personal, his fourth. Jones to the stripe for 2.
That was the longest drop step I've ever seen. He covered about 8 feet on that one, and what a quick move, and almost got it to drop.
He got it in the low post, right side of the lane, and you're right, the big drop step, quick spin to the basket, got the ball to hang on the rim, but didn't go. And at the line, Chris hits another free throw. He's 7 for 7.
A couple updates real quick up at Grand Forks. It's UND 56, South Dakota State 43 with 11 minutes to go, and North Dakota State 44, Augie 37, 16 minutes left.
Jones in and out. Murphy knocked the ball loose from Span, but LaTroy picks it up. 58-41 here. The Coyotes by 17, 12 minutes to go. Chris Jones with 21 on the night. Just missed his first free throw. We've got a foul on John Hemingway as Dino DeVita penetrated just inside the free throw line, left side of the lane, put up about a 14-foot jumper. The foul happened before DeVita got the shot away. For Hemingway, it'll be his first, and it is the 4th team foul this half on USD. Chris Jones out, Mike Close back in there. The inbound comes to McDonald, left baseline. Nothing there, feeds it in the paint, attempted to Brown. The ball tapped out, and Span comes up with it as the Huskies keep it. Open right wing, Kramer bluffed the shot. Back out to McDonald, further out on the right wing. Goes to the baseline now, right side. To Kramer, deep right corner. Stuart Kramer hands to Joel McDonald there near the right sideline. Low post, right block to Brown. Got by Colt, going baseline, reverse layup, no good. Tap up, though, with the left hand. Is good by LaTroy Span. That was a beautiful tip by Span. He's got 5 on the night, and it's 58-43, 11:15 to play. The Coyotes with a 15-point lead. Hemingway at midcourt has the ball stripped. DeVita dives for it. It's loose. 2 Huskies tie each other up. Kramer finally comes out of there with it. DeVita, spin move, gets loose, beats Span, right sideline. Rosie hammering him, gets the foul, diving for the loose ball. Randy Rosenquist with his second personal, 15 fouls, second half on the Coyotes. A little bit of ragged play there, and USD turns the ball over, and then moments later, Rosenquist gets a foul.
Well, Brannigan coming back in for Hemingway, you know, that doesn't sit well with Coach Fruits when he turned one over in the middle of the floor like that.
Hemingway does sit down with 11:02 left. Brannigan back in at the point.
And he's getting a little lecture, which he's a freshman, he's got to learn.
DeVita's got it. From the high post to Span, back to DeVita, right wing. Goes baseline against Brannigan. John stops him there on the right side of the floor. Back out right wing, jumper, Stuart Kramer. Wide left, rebound. Shane Murphy had the inside position. Span over his back, knocks it out of bounds, and the official gives it to St. Cloud. That was a beautiful job of positioning by Shane Murphy. He couldn't have done much more. Now the officials are going to talk it over.
Well, Close and Span having a little conversation. But that was fairly obvious on that one.
The inbounds by Dino DeVita. A sophomore from Milwaukee. Underneath on the right to Brown. Goes hard to the basket. Missed the lay-in. We got a foul. Cloth and Brannigan were around him. The foul will be on Mike Cloth. It'll be his third. Comes with 10:46 to play. And at the line for a pair, Travis Brown. Out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. 6'6", junior.
All the bench of St. Cloud's been standing the last couple minutes, not getting any rest there. They're all encouraging their teammates. Usually don't see that this long in the game, have them stand there the whole time.
Brown, a transfer from Northland Community College in the Gopher State, hits both free throws, makes it 58-45. And again, full court pressure. to Murphy, to Brennigan, into the front court, streaking, and there was nothing there, so he pulls it back out. Heady play by John Brennigan as the Coyotes go into the half-court offense. Rosie to Murphy, tried to go over the top inside to Cloth. The ball was tipped by Kesty, and coming out of there with it is Dino DeVita for the Huskies. Down on the left baseline to Kesty. Greg Kesty, left wing, will pop the jumper near the left corner. Left it short, long rebound, and Rosie with the rebound, and a cheap reach-in foul called against Greg Kesty. There was hardly any contact there compared to what we've seen tonight. And it's a 1-1 now for the Coyotes as Greg Kesty gets his third personal. I mean, Gary, there's been no consistency here. You could kill somebody on one end and no foul called, and now Kesty with a little glove tap reaching in for a loose ball and a long rebound gets a cheapie called here.
Well, that's one of the most annoying things. It didn't matter. I mean, he was just running down. He was ready to run down the court, too. Rosie had the ball. It wasn't going to make any difference. And then they let some other things run wild.
Here is the 1-1 for Randy Rosenquist. He was 3 out of 4 at the line in the first half. He's got 6 points tonight.
I got a feeling there'll be a lot of free throws yet this last 10 and a half minutes or so.
Rosie hits the front end. 59-45. Yeah, when you've got 10:22 to play and you're already in the bonus and leading by 14, it could be a long night. Randy Rosenquist, a right-handed shooter.
And Rosie taking about as long as you can take. I think you get 10 seconds. He used 9.5.
And he used a nice soft touch there, nice backspin, nice form, and he got both of them. And it's 60-45. Ward back in at the point, left wing, feeds Brown, left side of the lane, goes to the hole, and he buries Chris Jones with an offensive foul. Just lowered that shoulder as he got to the left baseline. Maybe Chris sold that one a little bit by taking a dive, but there was definite hard contact.
Well, St. Cloud's been doing that all game. They put their head down, and you got to call offensive foul on that. That's not good play. They just bowl somebody over.
Troy Taranez sits down, and back in for the Coyotes is Mark Andrews as Rosenquist gets it in to Mark Andrews in the backcourt on the baseline. He's double-teamed quickly to Brennigan, who's into the front court with one pass and a couple of dribbles. They haven't had much difficulty with that pressure, Gary. Maybe one bad pass. And with 10 minutes to go, it's a 60-45 game. Coyotes by 15. Andrews in the circle, bounce pass in the paint, low post. Jones with a thunder jam. We figure he's got over 20 slams on the year now. 62-45 with that two-handed monster dunk. And Jones on the night with 23 points. In the circle, Greg Kesty could not handle a Ward pass. He got it back. Hands to Dan Ward left of the circle. 9:30 to play. Ward got it to Kramer way outside on the left for Tree. He hits the tree, and it's 62-48. Stuart Kramer with a couple of trays. In the Huskies with pressure. Rosie to Brennigan. John streaks into the front court. Now stopped. Ward is all over him defensively. No fouls called. Bounce pass left side to Andrews. Mark left of the circle. And we got a whistle and a foul. Offensive on Randy Rosenquist. He ran into a screen. Or actually, he tried to pick off, I believe, on a screen, Dan Ward. And Rosie gets his third personal. And now we're down on the other end shooting for the Huskies with 9:05 to play. It will be a long night, Gary.
I'm afraid so, and you know what happens in this situation with this much time left, you don't start making a few, you hit a three here and there, and next thing you know, it's a tight game. So you got to concentrate this whole 9 minutes.
We'll see what Dan Ward can do at the free throw line. Not much of a floor shooter, that's for sure. His field goals have not looked pretty tonight. His field goal attempts, Lord knows he hasn't made one from the field yet. He's at the line here, right-handed shooter. Front end of the bonus is up, and he gets it to go through. 62-49, a 13-point Coyote lead with 9:05 to play. And Ward only averaging 2 points a game. This free throw barely even drew iron, and the long rebound off of Karam comes down to John Brennigan. Ward all over him as he brings the ball up court. John's going to know he played in a game here tonight. Close sets the screen for him out near the right sideline. Pass there to Andrews, way out near the right hash to Rosie. High post to Close. He gets it out near midcourt to Brennigan. Best thing the Coyotes can do here is take a bunch of time off the clock each possession. Brennigan on the left wing. Back to Close, left of the circle. Andrews between the circles. He looks to drive. And as he goes up, he's hammered underneath on the right side, getting him on the wrist. It was Dan Ward. And at the line here, it will be Mark Andrews.
And a nice 30-second possession there. That's a good play. You get to shoot some free throws, but they're looking inside. They're going to pound it inside and get something happening in there.
For Ward, his third personal, just the 9th team foul on the Huskies, but Andrews for 2 hits the front end. He's an excellent foul shooter, Mark, at 82% on the year, 14 of 17 before that attempt. He's now 15 of 18. Right-handed shooter, hits them both. 64-49. Coyotes by 15, 8:30 to play. Ward on the right wing gives to Stuart Kramer. Kramer, low post right block to Span, missed the shot, and the weak side rebound. Chris Jones yanks it out of the hands of Chris Bodette. And Chris nearly had the block on that one, too, as he was helping out in the low post defensively against Span. Chris Jones on the right baseline underneath. And as he takes it up, comes down hard right on his tailbone. He was fouled. He'll be at the line for a pair. I believe it's LaTroy Span with the foul.
He's kind of shaking it off a little bit. It looked like he hit his elbow, too, his left elbow.
Nice, quick move. Got him open on the right baseline as he came underneath the basket for a reverse layup. He found himself in heavy traffic. And as he went up to shoot, he was fouled. That was on LaTroy Span. And Gary, he's gone. How many guys do you see foul out with 8:07 to play?
Well, he picked his fourth up. They just left him in there, kind of a sacrifice, I think, to rough up Jones a little bit is what it looked like, and that's okay.
Span gone, finishes with 5. 5 points, 5 fouls for the 6'7" senior out of Chicago. Chris Jones for 2 at the line. Hits the free throw. He's 8 for 9 tonight at the free throw line. 24 points for the 6'6" junior from Milwaukee. Hits both free throws. 25 points for Chris. 66-49, the Coyotes with 8 minutes to play. Ward in the high post to Springer, who's back in there, cuts down the right side of the lane, and he's fouled by Chris Jones. Down on the right baseline, Springer, once he got to the baseline, just leaned in with authority, put up that right-handed jump hook. And Jones just happened to be in his way and gets the foul, his third.
Well, St. Cloud doesn't really like to take easy open shots, do they? They are leaning, they're struggling with their offense a little bit. Always trying to draw a foul or something instead of just taking a nice easy shot like that last one, just leaning in.
At the line, Scott Springer, right-handed shooter, senior out of Winthrop, hits it. He's 4 for 4 at the line. 66-50. These guys aren't really finesse players either. They're a bunch of bangers.
Now, finesse would not be a word ever used for them.
Second shot by Springer, good. He's got 7 on the night. A bucket and 5 for 5 at the line. 66-51. Pressure, but the Coyotes beat it. And with 7:50 to play, they work with 45 seconds on the clock. And they're going to use most of that, I would think, to take time off the clock. Leading by 15. Andrews penetrates, dishes right side to Close on the right block. Back out near midcourt to Brennigan. Nothing was there, so Mike just reset the offense by throwing out to midcourt. High post to Jones. He'll pop about a 19-footer head on. In and out, didn't go. Battle for the rebound. Close knocks a couple of bodies flying, and it's out of bounds to USD. The Coyotes getting a break there when Mike Close definitely had a hold of somebody's arm and knocked 2 guys flying going for the offensive rebound.
Good play by Mike.
As long as he's not called for his 4th foul, which could have very easily happened. Jones in the paint puts up a shot from the dotted line. Bodette gets him on the arm. For Chris Bodette is second. And at the line, Chris Jones for 2 more foul attempts. He came into this game shooting 52 free throws, which was more than double than the next closest Coyotes. I think it was Taranes with 25 attempts at the line, second most. Chris here tonight hit his first 6, make it first 7, missed 1, and now he's hit 3 straight. So he's 10 out of 11. 11 for 12 as he hits them both. 68-51. He's got 27 points on the night. That's his career high as a Coyote. Low post left side of the lane, turnaround jumper, no good by Bodette. Ball knocked around, he got it back, leans in the middle of the paint, missed the shot, and there's Springer underneath the basket, caught the ball, and it looked like he carried it out of bounds with him.
Called timeout, I think.
Oh, he did in midair? Ooh, he's a magician. Nickname him David Copperfield. 7:08 to play. 68-51 the Coyotes leading St. Cloud.
At 1-800-658-3531. That's 1-800-658-3531. Don't delay. Call Keith Joy today.
Chris Beaudet down low on the left side off the glass. It hung on the rim, and Chris Jones just yanks it off there just in front of a St. Cloud offensive player who was ready to slam it home. USD leading by 17 with the ball, and we got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Posting up Chris Jones, I believe, is going to get the foul. Either that or Taranes. No, it's Jones. It'll be his fourth with 6:42 left.
Well, it's been going on all game, and then it gets called. You know, you just got to wonder sometimes.
It's his third, I beg your pardon, not his fourth.
Interesting.
I got a little ahead of myself there. At the line will be Scott Springer. He's shooting a 1-and-1. Springer's 5 for 5 tonight. Make it 6 for 6. And at least half of those have been short. But he hits the front of the rim and kisses it in off the glass. A senior out of Winthrop, Minnesota, misses this one, and the string is over for him at 6 for 6. Shane Murphy into the ball game and comes down with the board. Brennigan at the point, foul just across the 10-second line by Dan Ward, and John will go to the line for 2. And if you are St. Cloud, John Brennigan is not a man you want to send to the free throw line.
No, and it looked like they meant to foul him on that play. I mean, they just reached in and hacked him, and it's kind of early to be doing that maybe, but...
6.5 minutes left.
Maybe that's going to be their strategy. Foul, don't let them use the clock.
If that's the case, we'll be here till about 10 o'clock.
I don't have anywhere to go.
Brennigan gets the front end of that two-shot opportunity. 69-52 now. JB with 13 on the night. And he hits them both. He's got 14, and that's his high for the year now. 14 points. Brennigan and Jones, the only Coyotes in double figures. Believe it or not, Gary, Murphy hasn't even scored yet. That was Dan Ward bluffing a 3, huh? He penetrates, cuts across the lane, puts up a shot. It's blocked by Murphy, and they say Murph got him with a body. Looked like a good block from this angle, but the official right underneath the basket said Murphy got him with a hip. It'll be Shane's third.
And one of the track runners over here in this section offering eyeglasses on that one.
Dan Ward for a pair. He's 1 for 2 at the line. He's got 1 point tonight. This free throw is good. 70-53. We've got 6:20 to go. Murphy got them both. I should say Ward got them both. He was fouled by Murphy. 70-54 and full court pressure. Taranes inbounds to Andries. He's double teamed. Mark back to Troy up the right sideline. He flies. Stops in front of the Coyote bench in the front court and gets it back to Brennigan. John right sideline near the hash mark. Between the circles to Murphy. Murphy to Taranes. Looks to drive against Chad Gurman. On the point to Andries. Reverses it to the right side to Murphy. Looks to drive against Beaudet. Puts the ball on the floor. Puts the ball up, off. Softly from the right side. A little short. Rebound Beaudet. Ahead to Ward. Deep right corner. Gurman shot partially blocked by Andries. And now he calls a late foul on it. Andries gets the foul. It'll be his second. The whistle, Gary, didn't come until the ball was out of bounds.
Looked like pretty clean play there by Andries. A nice block.
Gurman for what? Was that a 2 or a 3?
I think it was a 3. Murphy coming up a little limp and grabbing his knee. Hope it's not a bad ankle again.
It is a 3-shot opportunity here for Chad Gurman. It's the first of 3 foul opportunities.
St. Cloud not wasting any time that time. They kicked it out on the wing. Ward making a good pass. That's all he's done well tonight.
He misses the second. 70-55 with 5:46 to play. Chad Gurman's third shot is good. He's got 4 points tonight. And the Coyotes have done a pretty good number on him. The Huskies' leading scorer with just 4. Came in here averaging 18 a game. Coyotes beat the pressure. Andries with it near the right hash mark. Comes to the left. Gives it to Taranes on the perimeter. Back to Mark Andries. Deep left corner. Andrews to Brennigan, left of the circle. 5.5 to play. 70-56 USD. Shot clock at 25. The Coyotes can milk it a little more. Low post, left block. Murphy, reverse layup to the right. He got it. Shane Murphy with his first point. And there was a feed from Taranes. Troy with the assist. Going back the other way. Dan Ward with a running hook shot off the glass on the right baseline. He scores it. 72-58. Maybe that's Ward's style, Gary. His form. I don't know. 5 minutes left. It's 72-58.
Chris Jones playing back out high with Murphy, and they kind of switched up. I think they don't want Jones to pick up an offensive foul.
Jones on the point, drives, dishes to Murphy left wing, back to Jones underneath on the left baseline, and he's fouled underneath. Chris Beaudet got him. It'll be his third, and Jones back at the line for 2 more.
Looks like he got him in the eye. Left side, Jones kind of rubbing that one off. He's taking a pretty good beating tonight.
I wonder if trainer Dan Hanna, who's back from England.
Can you believe that? He got to go for nothing.
He was a chaperone, or what did he call it, an escort, excuse me, as Jones misses the first of 2 foul shots for a number of cheerleaders.
Yeah, what a tough one. How did he get to go to London with a bunch of cheerleaders?
He said they had 17 trainers there. I said, Dan, did you go through much tape? He says, I taped 1 ankle and used 1 bag of ice. Jones hits the second free throw, 73-58. Well, Dan may have to dig out the Epsom salts for Chris Jones tonight so he can do some soaking after the game. He's taking a beating. For 3 right wing, Gurman missed the shot, and Chris Jones with a big rebound underneath on the left baseline. Brennigan, who's run the show most of the night for the Coyotes with a brief respite a couple of times in favor of John Hemingway, brings it across. He's loose right of the circle. Gives between the circles to Andrews. Shot clock down to 25, and we've got 4:15 to go. The Coyotes with a 15-point cushion. 73-58. Brennigan to the high post to Murphy. He looks to drive down the right side of the lane. Tried to bounce pass between 2 defenders to Jones, and the ball is kicked by one of the Huskies, and the Coyotes will get it back again.
And a new 45, that'll help because it was down to 12. Use another 40 seconds up.
Baseline right, Brennigan throws it in on the wing there to Taranes. In front of the Coyote bench, hands to Brennigan. We'll bring it out in your midcourt. 4 minutes to play. Coyotes leading 73-58. John, a bounce pass to Chris Jones, who is out between the circles. Chris gives it up. Brennigan broke one way, the pass went the other. Joel McDonald with the steal, and back the other end of the floor he goes to the left sideline, to the left baseline. Puts up a shot off balance, didn't go, and we've got bodies flying everywhere. Jones and McDonald down on the floor. Jones was going for the rebound and tripped over one of the Huskies on the ground, and the ball is out of bounds to St. Cloud. And Chris comes up slowly, limping a little bit.
Well, Jones went up to get the rebound, like you said. He got his legs cut out from under him. Landed on his ankle, I think, and then he was laying out of bounds and the ball hit him.
He's grimacing somewhat. There's no move from the Coyote bench to replace him. Dan Ward to throw it in, right side of the lane, down on the baseline. Bounces it right in front of him to Sharnowski. Jump hook is blocked out of bounds by Jones, but they're going to credit goaltending, and Sharnowski gets the hoop. That one might have been coming down a little bit. 73-60. Once it starts the downward arc, you got to leave that ball alone. The inbounds, Taranes to Brennigan, stolen. Sharnowski with the lay-in. Makes it 73-62. 3.5 minutes left. Coyotes with an 11-point lead. Taranes a moment ago just tried to inbound it out right in front of him to Brennigan, and the ball was tipped away, and Sharnowski camped underneath the basket, got a cripple. And it's an 11-point game with 3:10 to play. Shot clock is down to 25. Andrews right wing looks to drive to the baseline, puts up a 15-footer. He buries it. Mark Andrews with his 8th point. And it's 75-62 the Coyotes. Ward penetrates, puts up an off-balance, running one-hander from the right side of the lane, and Murphy with the board.
Air ball. Not even close.
Brennigan calls a timeout with 2:49 left. The Coyotes are firmly in control here by a score of 75-62.
10-2, they're going to probably come out and get him.
Rosie inbounds to Andrews, just in front of us here at midcourt. Mark double-teamed, and back to Rosie near the center jump circle. Now back right side to Andrews. He'll get it to the safe, comfortable hands of John All-State Brennigan. You're in good hands with John. Feed inside Brennigan under, I should say, Andrews. No good, but a tap in by Shane Murphy, who came flying by in the paint. 77-62. Coyotes got an easy one there, seemingly an easy one, but Andrews missed a shot from inside. And Lucky Murphy was there to tap it. Here's Gurman right of the circle for three, and that one hit nothing but the bottom of the net. 2 feet short, and Rosenquist with a rebound.
So back-to-back air balls when you're trying to come back doesn't really help you, does it?
Andrews double-teamed, and the ball is stripped loose just across the 10-second line. Stuart Kramer comes up with it. Bodies were flying everywhere. Kramer gets it to Sharnowski, left baseline, back to Gurman, right wing for three. Missed it. Rebound, tipped out to the free throw line where Andrews has it. 1:50 left. He gets it to Brennigan. And John will walk it up. The Coyotes with a 77-62 lead. Dino DeVita's at the point, hounding him defensively. Left side near the sideline to Jones. Eludes the double team. Goes to the left corner, and he tries to throw it back to Brennigan on the sideline here. It's kneed out of bounds by DeVita.
I'll tell you what a good job is being a barber in St. Cloud. All their haircuts are rather military style, aren't they? They got the shaved sides and the short hair. Everybody on their team.
You can see everybody's ears.
Must be mandated.
Butch Raymond, just look at his haircut. It's rather short. Rosie inbounds, left sideline to Jones in the left corner. He's traveling with the ball all the while. Double team. And looks like he was pulled down from behind. Or maybe Chris did it on his own, hoping for a foul call. There was none called, and the Coyotes turn it over. Dino DeVita across the 10-second line to the left. Scott Springer for three, and he's hammered out on the left wing. There was contact. That's Andrews on him defensively. No, it isn't. That Murphy.
Not a smart play. You know, the guy's shooting a tough three anyway, and you don't crash into him. That's a 3-shot foul.
Murphy with his fourth foul. Kramer, or I should say Springer, will shoot three. Kesty goes out, and back in is Travis Brown. Also in there for St. Cloud, making his first appearance is John Evans, a 6'3 junior from La Crosse, Wisconsin. This is the second time a Huskies attempted 3 free throws because he was fouled in the act of shooting a 3-point shot. And Scott Springer misses.
Well, as bad as the Huskies are shooting, you don't want to foul them, and then you stop the clock. You do 2 things wrong there. So let them shoot it to see if they can make one.
Here's Springer's second shot. No good. Off the heel of the rim and kicks deep to the right corner. He's got one more coming. 1:21 left. The Coyotes lead at 77-62. They're on the verge of winning their 9th in a row, 11th straight here at home. Springer does spoil the shutout there. It gets his third, 77-63. Andrews ahead to Jones. Up the right side he comes. They break the pressure easily. Back out near the right hash to Andrews. To John Brennigan at midcourt. Try to bounce pass on the right sideline to Andrews, and it's kicked out of bounds by Stuart Kramer.
Huskies doing a pretty good job of trapping the Coyotes, struggling a little bit last time. Jones with the turnover, and a pretty good trap right there.
Rosie inbounds to Brennigan. DeVita bumps him across the 10-second line, but no foul call. Brennigan is hammered here. Oh, Scott Springer can't believe the foul call. He got him on the arm. John Brennigan, in the same motion, was trying to call a timeout because he was hemmed in. They wave off the timeout, and it's a foul on Springer.
Now there's a little confusion. They pointed timeout Huskies, and I don't think anybody wants a timeout here.
Brennigan was motioning for the timeout, but Springer fouled him before he was able to get it. John at the line for 2. JB with 14 tonight. Chris Jones leading all scorers. I believe he's got 28. Brennigan hits the free throw. He's 3 for 3. 78-63.
You know, when a team's trapping so hard this far out in the middle of the floor, you almost got to take advantage of it and go for a layup because there's nobody back there.
Chris Jones does indeed have 28 points. Brennigan hits both free throws, and John on the year now is 24 out of 26 at the stripe. DeVita penetrates right side of the lane. Back to Evans, goes to the free throw line, puts up the shot from there. Andrews was draped all over him defensively for mark his third. And John Evans will be at the line for 2 for St. Cloud with 56 seconds to play. And the Coyotes leading at 79-63. John Evans, a right-handed shooter. I don't think we've seen any lefties at the line tonight. The only lefty in the ball game, near as I could tell, was Shane Murphy, and he never attempted a free throw. Evans misses the first of 2.
St. Cloud not getting even close on his last couple here.
Second one is good. And a timeout here for an insertion into the ball game. John Hemingway for Troy Torranes. Troy will finish with 6 points. Rosie to inbound, gets it into Brennigan, just underneath the basket. JB hemmed in there and calls the timeout very smartly, but the clock continues to run. And they finally stop it with 48 seconds to go, and the timeout came with 52 on the clock.
That's home court.
The inbound, underneath the basket. It is 79-64, a 15-point Coyote lead. Brennigan up the left sideline to Hemingway. Into the front court he comes. Back to JB near the left hash. In the center circle to Rosie. Just a game of keep away. They find Hemingway open for the lane. Oh, that's goaltending. As Travis Brown underneath put his hand up through the net to tip the ball out from inside the cylinder. Hemingway gets the layup on the goaltend, 81-64. And we've seen more goaltendings tonight, Gary, than we've seen all year.
The fourth one, but like I was saying, you got to take advantage of it when they're trying to trap so hard. You have an easy layup, and Hemingway had it.
30 seconds left. Kramer right of the circle, got away with the travel, gives to Evans at the free throw line. He puts up a line drive shot and hits it. Should be 81-66 as Evans hits it. 18 seconds left and a foul in the back court. It'll be on Scott Springer. And at the line for the Coyotes, I believe it will be John Hemingway.
Hemingway will go to the line for the Coyotes. Doing 1-1.
Hemingway with a 5-point performance tonight. More than doubled his season average, and he hits the free throw. John is a perfect 100% on the year at the line. It's 82-66. Second shot is good. And Hemingway with a 7-point effort off the bench, 83-66. With 15 seconds left as Dino DeVita flies into the front court. At the free throw line, working against Hemingway, lost the ball on the right side, got it back again. Feeds in the paint to Evans, cutting across the lane, missed the shot, but the tap-in is good for Travis Brown. It's 83-68 at the buzzer. USC wins its 9th straight bowl game, 11th in a row here in the Dome. Coyotes at 9-1 on the year, 2-0 in the league. They won it 83-68. And coming up next, we'll tell you who the Coyote Seeds player of the game is.
The Prairie, just across from the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, wishes the Coyotes the best of luck and reminds you that when it comes to